Shalom Yashala. I'm gonna start this lesson by giving all praise, all glory, all honor, all blessing, all truth, all wisdom belong to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that teach us will well and will well to the Akwakudash, and salutation to Akiam and Akwaf that's in this truth, that's calling upon the name of Yahweh, why Yahushua Mashiach, and seek after the righteousness of Yahweh, why Yahushua Mashiach. Shalom, shalom. Today's lesson is about whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. Okay, SPLC, okay, Southern Poverty Law Center, right? Pride researcher, right, was arrested, okay, by the Trump administration, man. Okay, for money laundering and for paying a white supremacy informant, right, and sleeping with the so-called white supremacy informant. Okay, you can't make this thing up. Those people, the accuser of our brethren, right? These people accuse us, okay, of being terrorists, extremists, groups, right? Hate groups. And you find out that woman was sleeping with the hitman, with the true, the man that's full of hate in his heart for Jacob. And Esau hated Jacob. You see, all that smooth talk they were speaking about, they're trying to make Babylon a safe place, okay? You find out it was all garbage, man. It's Esau Edom sent a trap for Jacob, man. Okay? They always want to overthrow the excellency of Jacob, man. Okay? And let's bring the article. I got an article and a video up too, right? Former Southern Poverty Law Center researcher accused of paying informants improperly, right? The FBI files new charge Wednesday against his former Southern Poverty Law Center researcher, adding to an existing indictment against the civil rights organization, right? Okay, so the FBI is going against that group right here, and those groups were formed by the FBI and the CIA. But because that group is fighting against, got their eyes on white supremacy groups, okay, that's a no-no for Esau Edom. You cannot go after the bread and butter, okay? You cannot go after that, okay? That's the child right there, man. The Department of Justice have charged a former employee of the Southern Poverty Law Center with defrauding donors and improperly paying informants. Her lawyer says she's been targeted for decades of works to dismantle hate groups. Okay? Prosecutors filed charge against the Southern Poverty Law Center itself earlier this year. Short public radio Carl Gassi reports. Todd Blanche used his first press conference as anyone sworn-in Attorney General to announce the charge against Heidi Bewich. She sounds like an Amalekite, a small hatters, a former writer and director of research at the Southern Poverty Law Center in Alabama. Todd Blanche said, right, I believe she was part of the effort to open bank accounts and complete fictitious companies' name and make payment that to individuals for reasons that they were not accurate as described. The court filing said that Bewich took money given by donors and funneled it through shell companies. The judge said she then paid informants who have infiltrated neo-Nazi and white supremacy groups. The government charged that the money was used to fund extremist activities. They also maintained that a field source, Bewich, was romantically linked to receive more than 1 million. Okay, I mean, this lady was sleeping with a white supremacist, man. Okay, and pay that man over $1 million. See, Bewitch lawyer Michael Proctor said in a statement that his client has dedicated their life to fighting hate groups, extremist movements like KKK, neo-Nazi, and other white supremacists. Bewitch recently did an interview on SPR where she identified white national language and communication comment directly out of government agency, right? Even the government agency got white supremacists in there, okay? Language in there. And that's why they go after her, right? Because she put in their business in the streets. And once you find out the whole American government, FBI, CIA, is part of the so-called white supremacy, you can understand why they went after her, man. Okay? She went in too deep. She was in too deep out here. Okay? But you got those groups, right? They're accusing the Hebrew Israelites. They got IYC, ISUPK, GMS, right? And Sikari. They got all the other groups, right? Watchmen for Israel. They got all the Israelite groups, man, as extremists and hate groups, man. Okay? And we're the main one at the forefront of it. And that's why you know those people might be, a lot of those people might pay informant the Hebrew Israelite movement, man. Okay? Hey, there's no surprise in that, man. Because, hey, what's coming is, persecution is coming, man. Okay? Because we're gonna be persecuted for the name of Yahweh, why Yahushua Mashiach sick, man. Okay? Let's be SPLC claims political targeting as former official face fraud case, right? Again, let's play that.
A former official for the Southern Poverty Law Center is facing federal charges after being arrested Wednesday as part of an effort led by the Department of Justice. This comes less than a year after the FBI broke ties with the group and instead began investigating it. The Trump administration characterizing the Southern Poverty Law Center as a left-leaning group that consistently abused its power and defrauded its donors. A former top official, Heidi Beirich, was arrested Wednesday in California. FBI Director Kash Patel posting that Beirich allegedly oversaw more than $1.2 million in SPLC donor payments to a neo-Nazi informant she was romantically involved with, shared a home with, and held 2 joint bank accounts with.
I believe she was part of the effort to open bank accounts and complete fictitious companies' names and make payments to individuals for reasons that were not that were not accurate as described.
The Southern Poverty Law Center has for years worked to dismantle groups like the Ku Klux Klan, which included for a time using paid informants to infiltrate the groups. The original indictment in April alleges donors were not told that some of the donated funds were to be used to pay high-level leaders of the violent extremist groups, also accused of opening fictitious bank accounts and knowingly making false statements on applications to a federally insured bank.
The DOJ at trial will say you didn't shoot straight. You didn't talk to your donors and tell them what the money was really for. And when you went to the banks, you concealed from them what it was really for. And so they'll say that is misrepresentation on top of misrepresentation.
The SPLC accusing the Trump administration of weaponizing the Justice Department against it because it's been critical of the president in the past.
They have made no secret of who they want to protect and who they want to destroy. We will not be intimidated into silence or contrition, and we will not abandon our mission or the communities we serve.
Lawyers for Heidi Beirich say she has dedicated her life to fighting hate groups like the KKK, neo-Nazis, and other white supremacists. In a statement adding, quote, "A free and fair society does not use the justice system to silence its political opponents."
As you can see, that thing's all over the place. That's on Fox News, SPLC official arrested for fraud, right? See? the daily signal, right? First arrest of many from an SPLC CFO arrest is just the beginning. Okay? At the end of the day, hey, Esau is divided against itself, right? Let's see. Let's go to Mark chapter 3, verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parable, I can sit and cast out Satan, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, it cannot stand, but have an end. As you can see, Esau, Edom, Satan is divided against Satan out here. Okay, that's an in-house fight. Okay, that's going on right now. Okay, and there's no stopping this thing, right? No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then it will spoil his house. Okay, at the end of the day, Esau Edom is a strong man, and the SPLC is going against Esau foundation out here. Okay, especially like the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. Okay, and discover white supremacist language and those organization, man. Okay, but at the end of the day, those people are still the accuser of our brethren, man. Okay, what you see happening, okay, whosoever dig a pit shall fare thereon. Let's go to let's get the first scriptures real quick, right? Let's go on. Psalm 57 verse 6. They have prepared a net for my steps, my soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me, unto the midst whereof they are falling themselves. Selah. Okay, the pit they have digged for us, right? For Yash'Allah, okay, for Israel, for the Hebrew Israelites, okay. You so-called black, Latinos, and American, okay, that pit they dig for them, for us, right? They're falling themselves, okay, hard, okay. Now they set up the net, and now the same net is eating them up, it's tying them up, and now they have to go against that net because that net put figures at them too, okay. And now they entangle, okay. So once that net is entangled, they entangle that net. Now they have to cut that net loose that they created, and that's when you know those are the devil that the Bible speak of out here, man. Okay, let's go to Proverbs 26. Proverbs 26, verse Proverbs 26, verse 24. He that hated dissemble with his lips and lay up deceit within him, right? And those people lay up deceit within them, right? When he speak fair, those what the first thing they say we're trying to stop hate in Babylon. We try to bring love, okay? That's what they say, right? But when you find out that woman was sleeping with the white supremacy, right? So that's white supremacy, so-called white supremacists, man. They'll never try to stop white supremacists, man. Okay, they were lying. They're laying down with them. The white supremacists are them. It's just like one of the biggest organization in the world, which is the American government, got fingerprint at him. Now they're worried. Okay. Verse 26. Okay. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there is 7 abominations in his heart. Whoso hated is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shewn before the whole congregation. That's exactly what we see. We see his wickedness being shewn to the whole earth. Okay? And to the whole congregation, which is the Yash'Allah. Okay? Especially the elect of Yash'Allah. The man that's in this truth right here, that's speaking against Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, those so-called white supremacists, man. Okay? not those things that's been speaking about, that the elders, the apostles of great mission, been talking about, that the American government is a bunch of white supremacists and extremists out here, okay, that are accusing us, okay, and they are the biggest one, biggest hate group on earth, man, okay. Verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. That's exactly what I hear. Okay, the stone they roll it, they try to hold onto us, okay. They try to put that rock at the top and then let it go so it can roll over us, okay, and take us out. But by the time they're in the middle of it, of work, putting that rock all the way up so they can roll it down on us, that rock roll under their legs. Not that rock reveal their blood, okay, their wickedness, okay. That the wall walk on their feet and their leg, and that the leg is all broken and cut off, okay. Now I can see their nakedness out here. You can see their blood out. There's blood on this. You see? There's blood in the water. Now they've been revealed for who they are, man. Verse 28, a lying tongue hated those that are afflicted by it. Okay, that's what happened. This the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, okay, hate those, okay, that are afflicted by it, right? Because when we speak, they are for war. And what they did, when they formed the Southern Poverty Law Center, they went on war. When war on Jake, when we speak right here, they want to call us hate groups, extremists, terrorists, man. And they fly in their mouth, walk ruin out here. And they want to ruin us, man. They want to ruin the so-called Hebrew Israelites, okay? They want to shut us up. They want to silence us, man. But the Most High is showing the wicked for who they are, man. But with all this that happening right now, don't even think they're gonna shut him down, okay? Because they're part of the government, man. Okay, they're working with the government, and the government is trying to bring them in, okay, bring them on their side, okay. Okay, hey, that's the way it is, man. Okay. And that's why you should never trust your enemy out here, okay? Let's go to Revelation. Revelation 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before God, before our God, day and night. And those people are accusing us of all kind of names, okay? They put all kind of charge onto us, man, okay? That's what the accuser mean, okay? Let's go at accuser, right? Before a judge to make an accusation of an extrajudicial accusation. That's exactly what they have done, man. They go to court, okay, to charge with some offense, right? Accuse, object, right? They accuse us of being extremists. They accuse us of being a hate group. They accuse us of being what? A terrorist, right? They got all kind of names for us, man, okay? But now, they've been accused of being the real hate group out here, man, okay? They've been found out they are the real hate group out here, man, okay? Let's go to some Psalm 50, verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue from deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's tongue. Thy own mother's son, okay? That's exactly what they have done, man, okay? They give their mouth to evil, and their tongue from deceit. That's exactly what they have done, man. They have nothing but lie in their mouth. And their own lie they have told, fell upon their own head. And you see, that's why they're divided right now. The Most High is making them fight it amongst each other for every people to see especially the congregation of Israel to see. Those sitters and speakers against thy brother, those slanderers that own mother's son. Okay? And Esau Edom, at the end of the day, is Jacob's brother. Okay? And he's been accusing us for a very long time. That Satan, that devil, okay, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, have been accusing Jacob, you so-called black, Latinos, American, for a very long time. Okay? These things have though done, and I kept silence, though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will prove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And the Most High is reproving them right now. The Most High correcting them, right? To show you that the true haters are here. Okay? That they are the true extremists out here. That they are the true terrorists out here, man. And the Most High is sending us in order before their eyes. And that's why they stand accusing us all day long. Because the Most High is sending us in order before their eyes, man. Okay? That's exactly what it is, man. Okay? And that woman that researcher that was arrested, man, she's not accused her. She's an enemy. Okay? And let's go to Micah. Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh power because I have sinned against him. Okay, we're going to bear the indignation of you to Most High Yahweh because we sin against the Most High. Okay, that's why we're in this condition right now. Okay, until he plead my cause and the Most High do something, he's pleading our cause, man. And execute judgment for me. It will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. What you're seeing right now, being an order, and now we see the light of Yahweh, Yahushua Mashiach, and our righteousness is speaking, man. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. At the day, she that is my enemy shall see it. Okay? Kala Yabashim Yahushai. And Babylon have been our enemy. She's gonna see it. And the women of our nation that's been our enemies, they're gonna see it out here. Okay? Especially the women of our nation that have been our enemies, they're gonna see it, man. And we're gonna see them being trodden down, okay? Like the mire in the streets out here. Okay? Amen. It's over for this place. And that's why we should never choose your enemy. Because your enemy always gonna stand to accuse you. Okay, of wrongdoing out here. Even when you're doing the righteous thing, you're doing the right thing, they're still gonna hate you. They're still your enemy at the end of the day, man. That's exactly what it is. Okay? And let's go to hold on, man. See, Psalm chapter 10, verse 9. He lie and wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lie and wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draw him onto his net. That's exactly what they have done, man. Okay, it's like those things that you see. I call this thing when you see the SPLC was set up to catch the poor. You see poverty, right? You see Southern Poverty Law Center. Okay, those things were set up to catch the poor of Yashala, man. Okay, you so-called black, Latinos, American. That's what it was there for. Okay, he crouched and humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Okay, they will create those things especially for the poor, the downtrodden, right? That's Yashala. Okay, he have said in his heart, Yahweh power have forgotten he had his face, and will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore do the wicked condemn God? He have said in his heart, though will not require. In his eyes, the Messiah doesn't see those things. The Messiah is not going to require those evil things, those wicked things he's doing to us, man. Okay? Those have seen it, for though beholdest mischief and spite, to require it with thy hand, the poor committed himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. What the Most High is doing, the Most High is helping us. The Most High has revealed the enemy for who they are, man. Okay? Like I said in 2 Thessalonians, right? Chapter 2, verse 3, the wicked shall be revealed. The wicked is being revealed by Yahweh power, by Hashem Yahushai. That's exactly what we see. And the Most High is giving us justice, man. That's all that it is, man. The Most High is giving Yasha'Allah justice. Okay? And Kala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. And let's go to Surah chapter 12, verse 10. Surah chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his works have not been altogether wiped away. Okay, as you can see, his works have not been altogether wiped away. That hate that he got for Jacob, that perpetual hate he got for Jacob is still there. Who will pity a charmer that is baiting with a serpent, or any such has come wild beast? Okay? If you trust those enemies, if you trust those charmers, telling you good things, telling you that that's gonna happen, or we're there to help you. No, they're not there to help you. They're there to destroy us. That's why they call it the Southern Poverty Law Center. They created this thing for the poor to bring those poor into net, okay? To act like they're helping those poor, right? Okay, and let's go to a song, right? Psalm 120, verse 6. My soul have long dwelt with him that hated peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Okay? Hey, what we're doing right now, we see our captivity. We see our affliction. Okay? We see the wickedness of Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, all those hidden nations, man, and we're speaking against it. And now they create the Southern Poverty Law Center, they create the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, to come against the poor of Yasha'Allah, man. Okay? To accuse us of things they're doing themselves. And they are the master of it. Now, because we're speaking now they want war. And that's how they create all those organizations, okay, to come against Yasha'Allah. But as you can see, there's fighting among each other. They're fighting, Satan is divided out here. Okay, and with that, I hope you brothers and sisters edify. I'm going to close this lesson by giving all praise, all glory, all honor, all blessing, all truth, all wisdom belong to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Ukakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that teach us will well and will well to the Akwakodash, and salutation to Akiam, that's in highways and byways, in this work and truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.